Hey, hi, how are you? Vadd here. We are playing Ark Survival Evolved. We are on episode 3 of journeying through the DinoOverhaulX mod on the Ragnarok map. I've got my primitive Pteranodon saddle, and I am on a mission to get rid of this rock drake. I can't fight it, but I'm hoping I can get to chase me a little bit away from the base. I don't like how close it is. It's gonna be trouble. If I can get it a little away from the base, then I can continue to progress with a little more peace of mind. With that Pteranodon saddle, I'm going to try and get out there and collect a few resources we need to continue our progression through the DinoOverhaulX mod. So far, we are on our 3rd episode, and we've only died once. If we can keep up that ratio of life to death, that'll be... This is bad. I'm gonna have to go right to go left. Oh, that rock's in the way. Okay, well, here goes nothing. On the count of 3, or now. Okay, rock drake, that's fine. Hopefully he's chasing me. Hyenodon, we can avoid that. I'm hoping the rock drake's a little bit away from our base now. Sabretooth, and the T-Rex gang. Nobody invited those guys. I still want to be in the T-Rex game. I gotta get a Rex. Oh, who put this log here? Dilophosaurus, not good. And these Allosauruses, I think, are still over here as well. Maybe they didn't see me. This is fine. I can get... Oh, rock. They normally come in packs. Oh, man. Okay, well, this is not fine. This is Ark. Let's get out of here. If they fights the turtle, maybe I can... Yeah, fight the turtle. Yeah, fight the turtle, not me. This is better. I'm going to try and get out of here and tame a Pteranodon. I know we have one back at the base, but I didn't want to fly out with one of my Pteranodons and find out that rock drake, that Omega rock drake, just blows us up, and then I'm sad. I just felt safer to do it on foot. So we need to get ourselves some oil. And you say, why do we need oil? What's the purpose of oil? Well, we're trying to progress through the DinoOverhaulX mod, and a big part of that progression is going to be hatching eggs. And to hatch eggs, we're going to need air conditioners. And to run air conditioners, we need generators. And to run generators, we need gasoline. And to make gasoline, we need oil. So far so good. I made it past the rock drake, and we're going to also keep our eyes open for an apex dodo or an apex Dilophosaurus. An apex dodo would be optimal because I don't have enough trinks or trinking materials on me right now. But if we can find an apex dodo, that would be really great. The apex creatures are a little bigger than the unmodded vanilla creatures. So all these dodos we're running by right now, they're not apex dodos. The apex dodos are fairly robust. With the oil we need to get, we're on the... Man, there's dodos everywhere and not a single apex dodo. Wow. And there's a Pteranodon. Let's see if we can't get this guy to come on down and be our friend and journey with us to get oil. On the Ragnarok map, near the northeast corner of the map, there's an area called the Highlands. And in the Highlands, there's a rare phenomena not currently on any other Ark map. And there are some very sad, beached Basilosauruses. And those bassies have oil in them. They also have a lot of spoiled meat. So if we can make our way safely to the Highlands from Viking Bay on this journey, then we can get some oil and we can continue our progression. I'm hesitant to try and get any eggs without having the tools to maintain them. That would be maybe some refrigeration, and the tools to hatch them, which we're going to need those air conditioners. Perfect. Pteranodon right on the beach. Where were you yesterday? Where were you when I needed you? Come on, just land. Stop. What a tease. This Pteranodon's... Okay, perfect. As we journey through the Docs mod, we want to remember that there's this super handy book that you can craft called the Docs Book of Smart, or the Docs Book of Smarts. You can also get this book from killing an apex dodo, if I'm not dreadfully mistaken. And this book is going to have some great tips for how to progress. And the first page you're going to want to go to, like we discussed in episode 2, is that starting out hysteria page. And on that page it talks about spawning in a safe location and making our way to our first base, and we have accomplished that. We've spawned somewhere safe, we've gotten to our first base. It talks about getting a starter tame. I started with a Pteranodon. I knew that the base location I wanted to be in had a lot of those building resources like we saw in last episode to help me progress. Still no apex dodos on this beach. Huh. It's a regular Dillo. And I knew that the Pteranodon was going to be necessary to get to my starting base location. A really fantastic tame would have been to have started with a Triceratops, which I ran by a few of those on the beach, if you didn't notice, in episode 1. That Triceratops would not have helped me get to my base location, but in the DinoOverhaulX mod, those vanilla, unmodded Ark creatures are all passive tames. So I would have been able to get a trike very early into my journey, and the advantage of having a trike is I would have something to gather berries with, something to help defend me if an apex Dilophosaurus came down. I might have been able to fight it off or escape. The ARK DOX vanilla trike is able to not only harvest berries, but we could have been using it to harvest wooden thatch. Also, the same tame would have been able to harvest metal for us, and it's got a lot of carry weight. So I'm playing on some fairly generous settings to respect my personal time and the fact that I'm a one-man tribe. It's just me. Ark is really optimized around tribe play, and I'm a tribe of 1 right now. So I got some pretty generous settings. I skipped the trike. I didn't tame a trike. It wasn't going to help me get to my base, and I had the resources I needed to keep building. There's a wyvern over here that I'm going to avoid. Its wings are probably twice as big as I am, and we're going to get a wyvern at some point. We need a wyvern. That would be really fun, but I'm going to stay far away from those guys. I don't know what their aggro range is. I don't know. There's no megalodons out here. Huh. You should stay out of the water. There's probably something scary in here that you don't see a single megalodon. Whatever's eating megalodon, is that a phoenix? Yeah, let's avoid that too. Yeah, Highlands would have been a really safe spot to spawn as well. It looks like plenty of dodos, no apex dodos, and there's 1, 2, 3 Basilosauruses. Perfect. That is exactly what we're looking for. It's very sad. We don't know what causes this phenomena. It is well known and not well studied. There's also some equiuses. I would like to get a horse. I think that'd be kind of fun to run around on. I'm not sure how useful they will be. Those equiuses are fun to tame. They have a neat mechanic where you jump on them and you ride them, and you make sure you have their favorite food. I'm going to speed up quite a number of things like I promised in episode 1. I'm doing my best to show you the progression. There was that phoenix again in the top left there. I'm doing my best to show you the progression, so if you were playing along with me, you would be able to follow a very similar blueprint to progress not through Ark alone, but the DinoOverhaulX mod, the DOX mod that I'm trying to showcase here. That being said, I'm trying to show you at least 90% of the progression. So that's right, you saw me fly all the way over here and fly all the way back. I'm coming up on Viking Bay. Real time, it's a 10 to 15 minute, maybe 20 minute flight between locations. I think I'm gonna need a Rex. I gotta get in on this Rex thing. But the beach is not safe. Don't think that this beach is safe. I think those are Stegosauruses. Yeah, they're welcome. I don't mind a Stego in the neighborhood. Yeah, they can hang around. Still the rock drake staring at my door. Awesome. I just taunted him. He's not even facing the way I ran. Please don't bite me. Pteranodons are full of bones. We're not good eating. Can I glitch through this wall? Oh, great. It worked. Okay. So far, we did make it past the Omega Rock Drake without dying. He didn't leave our front door. Maybe we need to be friends. I don't know. But we did get the oil that we need, which is fantastic. And we have another Pteranodon tamed to add to our Pteranodon squad in case things go south. We're going to need to work on some narcotics as well. We're a little short on narco berries, so let's make a run for that. And I want to make the fabricator. I'm understanding you need a fabricator to make a generator. In S+, which is the building mod I'm using, which, as we saw in last episode, the auto level foundations were great. In S+, you can actually build a generator in the S+ crafting station. I need spark powder to put down a fabricator. I think if by the end of this episode, if I can get at least one apex dodo, that would be fantastic. If I can get maybe a fabricator down, I think that would be the next big step to progressing. I'm pretty sure I need that to make my AC units, and I'm not gonna hoof it this time. I'm flying out the door. I'm gonna fly up top, see if that Omega Rock Drake will not aggro on me. Okay, looks like I can fly out the top of that gate and get away from him. Okay, that's good to know. And I think I'm gonna go to kind of the same stretch of beach I've been farming at so far. This seems like a fairly reasonable place to continue to progress. I'm also short on some hide. If I wanted to put down a few more beds, I would need some hide. And these are regular dodos. I'm going to clear out the beach of most of the dodos I can find, and hopefully that'll encourage an apex dodo to spawn. I can't promise that that's going to work, but that's my current thought process. You can see there I've got a few eggs in my inventory. My Pteranodons are laying some eggs, but I'm not in a position to hatch them right now. So I just picked them up. Maybe I'll eat them. It's a cruel world. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to eat the eggs, but maybe I will hatch them. If nothing else, I'm on my third Pteranodon here, so I still have a breeding pair back at the base. So if things go terribly wrong and I have trouble finding one to tame because Pteranodons are apparently rare, I'm going to be able to hatch eggs and just live off the eggs. I would love to get an apex Pteranodon. I'm not sure that that's going to be in the cards this episode. We learned last episode, as we got our spyglass, we were able to tell that the apex Pteranodon is a knockout tame. But today, if I can get some narco berries and get some narcotics started, I think that's going to be the right thing to get done for our progression. In the Dox mod, if you are having a really tough time, you're going to go to the Steam Workshop and you're going to download it, and you're going to see it mentions on the Steam Workshop page and in the Dox handbook. I'm just going to read it verbatim. Are you struggling, maybe frustrated, not sure what to do next? Reach out to us on Discord, and one of our experienced members will help you gain your next step towards progression. I've done this. I've said, hey, I don't know how to do this. What are my options? And I've been pleasantly surprised that someone has shown up with something helpful to say. I received an appropriate amount of trolling and an adequate amount of great answers. Again, that's a Dilophosaurus. We need an apex Dilo. And I still need a little more hide, I feel like. That would be good to have. I've shown up at that Discord, and I've asked an obscene number of questions, and for the most part, everything's been answered in a reasonably punctual time with answers that seem very actionable. I've been pleasantly surprised, and that's because I'm just a doubter and a hater. And my first expectation is that that's wrong, and so far it's proven to be true. So if you're opened up Ark and you've downloaded the Dox mod and you're looking at me playing, go, hey, I can do that. He's on his third episode. He's only died once. I know there's a rock drake outside my base and some T-Rexes on the easy spawn on the beach. Yeah, easy spawn. Thanks, Ark. But if you're still struggling to progress, there's tools, there's options, and if you don't know what Discord is, I'm going to introduce you to Google first. Hey, I'm going to do a little jump there. I'm not going to flap you all the way back to the base. The Stegos are a good addition, though. I do like having the Stegosauruses out here. I kind of want to cut down some of these trees, but I feel like if something's big chasing me, maybe I could fly through the trees to get out. That Omega Rock Drake is a good color, though. I don't think I can tame him. I think you have to steal their egg. I'm really hoping that the Rock Drake is going to stay there long enough to drop an egg. I think this is the moment, guys. I think we have everything we need to make our fabricator. This is a huge point of progression for us. This is going to allow us to get those air conditioners, those generators, the cables we need. So when we do get that Rock Drake egg, we're going to be able to hatch the Rock Drake. We're going to be able to use the Rock Drake to journey around. And a Rock Drake isn't the only egg we're on the hunt for. We're also keeping our eyes open for if we see a dragon flying around, if we see a Manticore flying around, if we see a Wyvern, there's a potential they have built a nest and laid an egg. So in the DinoOverhaulX mod, we not only are going to start out somewhere safe and work towards getting our levels up, but we also need to keep our eyes open for an egg potential. And with this moment right here, our fabricator is placed and we are officially in a position to say, hey, if we see an egg out there, we should grab it, because before that egg will spoil, we'd have plenty of time to quick focus on farming to get down a refrigerator to take care of that egg. In the DinoOverhaulX mod, the creatures that if we see them flying around, they might put down an egg. There's going to be a nest. It's not going to be in the rock drake trench. I think I am going to build something on here. I don't know what. Oh man, I almost fell. But I'm going to build something on here. I think it's just far enough out of aggro range. I wonder if I can kill a Rex. If I could kill a Rex right now, that would be pretty sweet. Is he fighting me? No. Okay, that would have been a lot of hide. I can't tame him. I don't have the stuff to knock him out right now, but I would love to be able to kill one of these with my spear. I mean, how much damage am I doing? None, because I'm not hitting them. Okay. I've got a mod that's for finding creatures in the wild. I need pearls to continue my journey into building a generator, and from that generator I can then power my AC units to hatch my eggs and to refrigerate them. And I don't know if it's worth using. I don't have it on the mod list. I don't know if I'm going to keep using it. Ragnarok is a huge map. Trilobites drop pearls, but he's way underwater and I'm on a Pteranodon. I'm not going down there. That's just not worth the risk. I don't know if I'm going to keep the mod. I know that Ragnarok is one of the largest ARK maps as far as these things go, so I'm thinking I might need it to be successful and not spend 1,000 hours walking around. Look, that's a good blue on this. See the Manticore? The top left corner, if you're quick, you're going to see it up there. There could be an egg around here. This is exactly what we're looking for. We're going to have to go out for pearls later, because I'm sure not diving in the ocean for trilobites. So there's a Manticore up there, which is good and bad. It's bad because we might be moments away from death, but it's good because there might be an egg, and we need to steal that egg. But I don't know. You know, the rock drake outside of our base has been pretty stationary. It's been right there on the ground. There's going to be a nest that's going to be right under that guy, but oh, obsidian, nice. But the Manticore's just Flappy Boy over here, just flying all over the place. You could have put a nest down anywhere. Well, I'm going to do a little flying around. Maybe he had spawned in these trees, or just off to maybe on the rocks. I mean, where is he flying right now? He's way out there. I mean, there could be a nest anywhere in here. I don't know. I'm not sure we're going to keep looking for this. Let's give it a second, see if he lands. I think we're far enough away that he hasn't aggroed onto us yet. I don't know what their aggro range exactly is, but we're pretty far away. I really think that on our Pteranodon, we cannot take a Manticore, just for the record. I don't think we can. I don't even think we're faster than him, but maybe we're a little more maneuverable. But we should not be trying to fight this guy right now. But if he lands, it might be worth trying to start a fight to steal an egg. Where did he go? I don't know. I don't know where he went. Okay, some Argies up there. So he's probably not up there because they would be fighting each other maybe? Or they'd eat the egg? I don't know. I mean, they probably shouldn't. There might not be an egg. That's okay. Oh, do you see it in the trees there? There's an Apex Manticore. Is that a different one or the same one? What's above us? Oh, that's not good. That's the RG, okay. Like I mentioned before in ARK, you gotta kind of keep your head on a swivel, and when you're in the DinoOverhaulX mod, that applies ×2. You know, anytime I see something big flapping overhead, I'm always going, that's probably the end of this one. I'm dead. I'm not. I'm survived. So far, so good. Let's see if there's an egg. This is exactly what we've been looking for and talking about here. We're still looking for an Apex Dodo. We're jumping a little bit around in our progression track, but if we could get an egg here, that would really help us progress through the mod a little quicker. That would be a strong first official DOX tame to gather. I don't know if there's 2 Manticores or 1. Did that Manticore circle back? Yeah, that's the nesting behavior that I'm looking for. Whenever I see them kind of hanging out like that, I say to myself, there's an egg under them. They're laying eggs. There's got to be an egg under there. Let me see if I can't circle around and get a different view. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so we have to get away. I don't think we are faster. And seeing is the fact the Manticore is just flying literal circles around us. We're not. Let's lose him in the trees. Let's see if we can't get him stuck on a tree. He's got those big wings. And if that doesn't work, maybe he'll aggro onto the Brontos. I mean, they're big. Oh, shoot. Man, this guy is fast. Where did he even come from? I think that shot it's doing, that purple blast. Let's just attack the Brontos. Fight the Brontos. The Brontos want to fight. Look at them. They're ready to fight you. Wow. That Manticore, that purple ranged attack that it's shooting at us. I'm fairly confident that this toad... Oh, this is bad. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll never know if there was an egg there. Okay, episode 3 with 2 deaths. This is a respectable number, I think. Note to self: level 1200 Manticores not only fly circles around your Pteranodons, they kill them in... Oh, what? Maybe my beds are bugged? Maybe I didn't click it successfully? Okay, the good news is we've been here before. The bad news is we didn't want to be here again. Okay, we're going to need to tame ourselves a Pteranodon to get back into our base, which rumor is they're kind of rare. And to make a Pteranodon saddle, we're going to need to kill a turtle most likely. So we're going to need a weapon and maybe a little bit of armor so we don't get killed too quick. Man, that Manticore really wrecked us. You know, I was wearing that no durability armor that I mentioned in previous episodes, and I'm fairly beefy at 600 health points. I got killed in one hit there. This Triceratops would be a perfect first tame if this was episode 1, and I'm going to have to kill this Dodo. I'm really hoping to get an Apex Dodo to spawn out here, and this guy is preventing that spawn. Wow, that's the first Dodo. Maybe it's not a headshot. Oh, he's invincible. Okay, the invincible Dodo dies again. I digress. That Triceratops right there would have been a perfect first tame. It would have gotten us moving in a positive direction if this was episode 1. But it's episode 3. And do you see it? That's an Apex Dodo. Can you tell it's kind of big? See how we see eye to eye? Man, I'm just king of the beach bobs with my bola. I don't need a bola. You need a bola to survive. It's ARK. But I can probably passive tame this. I should probably take a bola out of my hands. Okay. Yeah, the Apex Dodo is fairly large. We basically see eye to eye. It's about just under 1 wall high. There's going to be more hide in here, which will come in handy. Okay, so we just tamed our first Apex Dodo. This is our first tame of an apex dinosaur, and we're not going to rule the land with our Apex Dodo, but we are going to celebrate this moment for our first Apex tame. It looks like killing off the Dodos, and it's female. Perfect. We need to find just 1 male Dodo, and then we can make our way through the mob. There is a saddle for Apex Dodos. I'm not going to make one. I'm not really interested in riding the Apex Dodo. It doesn't fly. I still need to get up into my secure base location. I think it's secure, but I'm going to get this Dodo to follow me over here, kind of around this corner, and hope that nothing mean comes by. It's been fairly... I mean, this is the apex creature on the beach, the Apex Dodo. I mean, we've been doing okay so far. Well, that's really exciting. We still need a Pteranodon, though, and if you think that's going to be as hard as it was the last time I was at this exact same spot looking for a Pteranodon, you would be accurate in thinking that. I am going to speed this up significantly because once again, Pteranodons are rare spawns. I have no idea, but I do know that this turtle is nearly immortal as well. Who gave it all these health points? Wow. Okay. I now have the keratin that I need to make the Pteranodon saddle, so all I have to do is find one. Pteranodon... Where are you? Not a Pteranodon in sight. Okay, well, here's the plan. I'm going to put on the Santa hat. the Santa hat is well known to be good luck when you're looking for a Pteranodon. Maybe it's a well-known secret. But if I'm going to find a Pteranodon, I'm going to need a Santa hat. Hey, with that Apex Dodo, we are going to be able to hopefully tame a second one, and we're going to get some eggs from those Apex Dodos. Those Apex Dodo eggs are going to be huge in our progression through the DinoOverhaulX mod. Those Apex Dodo eggs are a key ingredient in the Pygmy treats. We talked a little bit about it last time. The Pygmies are going to need their whole... I mean, there's no Pteranodons. Wow. Oh, there's that Apex one. That would have been nice to get. Don't have the Tranks. The Pygmies are going to be crucial to our journey into the Dox mod. And Pygmies love their treats, and treats are only made with the Apex Dodo eggs. As of the current state of the mod, why would there be a Pteranodon in here? There's no fish either. I stabbed every inch of that water. And I almost jumped off here, but I'm seeing there's a carnivore. I don't really want to fight a little Dilo. It's not the Apex Dilophosaurus. We haven't seen an Apex Dilo yet, but there are trikes everywhere. I don't know. Okay, perfect. I found a Pteranodon. All I have to do, tame the Pteranodon, saddle it. Hopefully our Apex Dodo is still where we left. Oh, and it's this kind of bone purple lavender Larry color. This is great. This is exactly the color. Oh, it's a lady, Lavender Lucy. That's fine. This is perfect. Okay. The Manticore tiered our last Pteranodon. That's okay. We have another one. We're going to get our Apex Dodo, assuming nothing ate it. I mean, I kind of put it out of the way, but whatever's eating everything in the water, we're going to have a little look in the water once we get a little more established on land. I would like to see where the Megalodons have gone. Something fishy's going on out there. Let's see if our Apex Dodo is still here. Wow, I really ran all over this beach. If you thought I was kidding, I wasn't. I went the other way first. Okay, this is good. Did you... There are two Pteranodons right there. Can you see that? Are you kidding me? Wow. It's like the Ark gods are laughing at me. Okay, so this has been very successful. We have successfully tamed our first Apex Dodo. We have not one, but two Pteranodons. Let's see if we can get everybody back to base safely, and maybe we'll call it an episode right there. I think that's fairly successful. We got the oil we need. We put down our first fabricator. We've got an Apex tame. Wow. The Apex Dodo lets me see into their soul. Nice. Oh, my Pteranodon got arced. Okay. Oh, he's back. Okay, that's good. Well, don't get me wrong. The Apex Dodo's huge, but is this really the best? Who's letting me... I don't think I should be flying like this. And I lost my Pteranodon? I knew it got arced at some point. Okay, I'm making a Yui. We're turning around. I'm not coming back with anything less than I came out from my base with, which I guess I only had one Pteranodon, but it was a different one. Oh well, okay, no problem. And did something eat my Pteranodon? Are you kidding? It's behind me. Okay, arc stuff, whatever. Here we are, one big happy family. Yep, this is the life. Me and Dodo butt here. Okay. Okay, if we can get safely back to base without losing anything, I will feel like we have had a great success. Our Apex Dodo is exactly how I imagined it, but bigger. And we should get a T-Rex. I know I've said there's a T-Rex gang around in the beach. It's not the nicest place to be if you're not a T-Rex. But if we get a T-Rex, then we could be in the game. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. The Rock Drake? What are the odds it's still here? Are we taking a coin flip? Hey, if you enjoyed this episode or you learned something, I hope you share it with a friend. And I hope that this isn't the last one that you come to watch. You'll see here that I'm going to throw my Apex Dodo in this corner, and I'm going to speed things up a little bit because this has been a longer episode than the first two. I would like to put down a feeding trough, and I'd like to work on moving my base from the back corner of the cave. I do have my gate up and take advantage of all the space I've built out here. So I'm not going to put a roof on things, but maybe just cordon some areas off so I have an idea of where I want things to go in the future. And I'm going to use the hitching post. I play on the controller. I use a controller on my PC, and I have listed in the description under the gear I like part of the description, I have the controller listed that I would recommend giving a try. I really struggle with playing games on the computer. If I can use a controller, I find it much more comfortable and smooth, but sometimes the keybinds are a little wonky. The hitching post will make sure that whatever I hitch to, it stays there. There's some dangers here. If something comes in my base that's aggressive and I have my dinosaurs hitched to that hitching post on neutral or aggressive, they will not fight back. If I whistle, "Everyone follow me," and I run out the door, anything hitched to the hitching post will not move. So I like to use the hitching post to help organize my dinosaurs and make sure if I've got a double keybind that I don't accidentally whistle a follow all and have everyone run out the door after me. Looks like I now have 4 Pteranodons. This is not what I expected when I made my base location here. I thought I'd get away with 1 or 2, but losing one to that level 1200 Apex Manticore was certainly unexpected. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. As we continue to journey through the DinoOverhaulX mod, we're going to die more, we're going to tame more, and we're going to build more. Until next time, peace. If you learned something or enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you have joined and enjoyed before, welcome back. If you would like to see more quality content, please consider joining me in supporting the channel through Patreon and utilizing the affiliated links. Thanks!